Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. So I've been putting off filming. I've been trying to like plan it so I could have clean hair with my hair done and my makeup on. Having both of those things done at the same time is rare nowadays, recently, especially with a almost 3.5-year-old and a newborn baby at home. We're still kind of getting into the groove of everything. So I said, you know what, I have to film. I have to just turn my camera on and film something. So don't be scared. I know I don't have any makeup on. I'm really sorry, but I did take a shower today. That's always a win, right? When you can take a shower. So we are here to talk about baby Jett. This is baby Jett. Look at this boy. We are here to talk about his 5-week update. So when Jett was born, he was 9 pounds 3 ounces and 20 inches long. So at his 5-week appointment, which is kind of where we were able to get in with our pediatrician, he was 12 pounds and 3 ounces. So he gained, almost just about 3 pounds. So just about 3 pounds, including or not including his the weight loss after birth. So 3 pounds in 5 weeks. So this little boy is 100% breastfed. We have not had to supplement at all. We are good at breastfeeding. He's a pretty good latcher. The only issue that we've had breastfeeding, I've felt, was kind of possibly an overactive letdown. And I don't even know if that's even the right term to use. When he would go on and latch, my milk would let go or let down fast, and he was kind of coming off and kind of crying and fussing, and wasn't really enjoying the milk spraying in his mouth. He would prefer to suck and drink at his own rate. So we were having a few days, probably about a week of that we were kind of, and that was at like the 5-week mark when we went to the doctor, our doctor's appointment at the pediatrician. So we're just working through that. I've tried to put my haka on the one side and nurse him after I get like 1 or 2 ounces off, and then nurse him, and he seems to be doing okay with that. Sometimes I don't have time to do that because he's really hungry. Sometimes he'll wake up from a little nap and he's just starving. So sometimes we don't have time for that. So I try to anticipate when he's gonna wake up. Sometimes he's on no schedule. So sometimes my anticipation for him waking up or being hungry is off. And we've kind of realized too that maybe he wasn't just not hungry. So I'm trying to give him milk, and he's just not interested in it. So baby Jett is a wonderful baby. I feel that, he's obviously gonna cry when I tell you, he's doing a wonderful baby. Shh. I feel that I'm a better mom. I'm a more relaxed mom the second time around. Shh. I feel like I'm a more relaxed mom the second time around. With Jace, I held him. I never put him down. Shh. When he slept in my arms for probably the first like 5 months of his life. He just slept in my arms, and he probably during the day only slept like 45 minutes at a time, and we'd get up, eat, and then he'd sleep for 45 minutes. With Jett, not that he has more of a schedule, but he likes to sleep. So what we do with him is he'll nurse, and then he'll go to sleep, and he'll sleep for 1 to 2, sometimes 3 hours. I don't usually let him sleep for over 3 hours during the day. And when he wakes up, he's probably hungry. He usually wants to poop, and then he's hungry again. I try to stimulate him just a little bit. I try not to overstimulate him because I know he won't sleep well if he does get overstimulated. But he's a great baby. When I know he's really tired, I'll wrap him up, I'll swaddle him. He loves to be swaddled. I'll swaddle him, I'll nurse him, I'll rock him for a couple minutes, and I'll put him in his rock and play, and he will fall asleep in there by himself, which was unheard of. Jace still rarely falls asleep by himself. He needs snuggles and a back rub and all that stuff. So with Jett falling asleep on his own, we'll see how this continues to go, but it's actually really, really easy. He's a good baby. He doesn't really cry too much. Hungry, poop in his pants, pee in his pants when he's tired. I mean, if you didn't realize from some of our previous videos before Jett came into our family, I am in love with Jace. I am madly in love with Jace, and every time he walks past me, I grab him, I smooch him, I kiss him, I hug him, I squeeze him. Well, that's what he wants to do to his baby brother. So he's never showed any signs of jealousy or meanness at all, which is a blessing. I'm very happy about that. But he does want to hug and kiss and touch and squeeze and snuggle. And sometimes that's really hard to have a 3-year-old comprehend that's too rough or that's too gentle when all he wants to do is kiss his baby. But he's doing really well. Nighttime with baby Jett is really going smoothly. Most nights, every once in a while, he has a night where he's up a little bit longer than others, but most of the time he's asleep by 8:30. I nurse him. I wrap him in his swaddle, make sure he has a clean diaper on, and nurse him just a little bit longer, and he usually kind of starts to doze off. And as he's starting to doze off, I put him in his rock and play, and he sleeps in his rock and play. So about 8:30, 9 o'clock, all that happens, and he usually wakes up between 12 and 2. So there's no like set on that. Sometimes it's 12:30, sometimes it's 1:30, sometimes it's 2 o'clock, and he's usually pretty hungry. I nurse him, usually just on one side. He nurses, probably for about 30 minutes he nurses, and then he starts to doze off again. Once he starts to fall asleep again, I try to put him back in his rock and play. He usually goes back in there, and then from that point on, and from the middle, like from midnight, 2 o'clock in the morning, he usually sleeps like 2 hours, and then he's up for nursing, and then he sleeps for 2 more hours, and then he's up for the day. So we'll say he got up at 1, he'll be up till 2. I'll put him back in his rock and play around 2-ish. He'll be up at 4, and then he'll be up around 6. And usually that's when Jace kind of wakes up. It's like 6:37-ish. So that's usually when he gets up. When my husband is home in the mornings, what I've been doing is nursing him, and my husband will be home, and usually he works nights, and I tell my husband to sleep with him, snuggle with him for an hour. I get up, I get Jace breakfast, I get me my oatmeal, and I get our morning started. I might do a day in the life video just to kind of show everybody how my crazy life has been going. But that's kind of our morning. When my husband's not home, I try to get Jett back to sleep around 6:37. If he doesn't sleep, I bring him out here to our kitchen, our living room, our dining room, and I put him in his rocker or his little bouncer chair. I try to get breakfast. Sometimes I'll put him in his ring sling, or I'll put him in our Solly wrap and kind of wear him in the morning. He usually likes to take a nap for sure around 9 o'clock. So what I've been doing is I try to get everybody, me and Jace, up and dressed, and then whatever errands we have to do, I try to get out the door by like 9:30, because then he'll fall back to sleep in the car. And if he's asleep in the car, in his car seat, it's nice and snug, and he's like, he loves it in there, he'll sleep probably 3 hours. So that kind of gives us enough time to run to Target or run to the grocery store and get back and kind of get all that settled before he wakes up and is ready to nurse again. I've still been using my Haka. I have been pumping kind of once, maybe twice a day. I do want to start getting into more of a, like a little bit more of a pump schedule, maybe like 3 times a day, just to get it and start storing extra milk. I do have quite a bit of milk. I'm really happy with what I have in my freezer. But so far so good. You know, my only kind of concern that I've had these last few weeks, is that overactive letdown, and it's just kind of bothering them. And when I'm flustered, he gets flustered, and then we're both upset, and that's never a good thing for us both to be upset. So he is doing wonderful. Oh my, and he is the sweetest thing. He's starting, he thinks he can hold his head up like a big boy. Jett loves to stand in our living room And we have pictures on our wall in our living room, and he loves to stand there and stare at them. I know he can't see, but I think they're because they're black and like the frames are black and their walls are light gray. He just kind of sees like that contrast, and he just stares at the pictures, stares and stares and stares. He's looking outside in the backyard, the sun's shining. But he is a wonderful baby, and he's a great compliment to our crazy family. So about Mama, I've been feeling really good. I've been taking my placenta, and I think that's made me feel really good postpartum. So postpartum, I was having a lot of burning on the left side of my C-section scar. So I was having a lot of burning and pain, probably for about a good solid 3 weeks postpartum. I think my body was feeling so good, like my mind was thinking my body was feeling so good that I was overdoing it. And that's why I was having kind of that burning, achy sensation. My stomach is still very numb, especially like my lower stomach. So I tried my best just to let myself rest. Even though I felt like I could do everything, I physically couldn't. So I had to really take a step back and let my body heal. At this point, I feel great. So everything's been healing. I still find myself getting a little bit on the tired side. I'm not sure if it's my thyroid or my levels, or if it's just being a mom of 2. So we're hanging in there, and we're doing the best that we can, and everybody is happy and healthy and growing like a weed. I can't believe how big he's gotten in these last couple weeks. Well, everybody, I think our time is up. Jett's getting hungry and a little fussy, so we're gonna go feed him and try to get him down to take a little nap. And welcome, if you're new, welcome to my channel. My name is Jess. This is baby Jett. He is our new addition, and he is a bundle of joy. Yeah. And our time is up, so if you're new, please subscribe if you like this video. Hit that like button. Next time I see you guys, hopefully I'll have a little bit of makeup on, and hopefully I'll have my hair done. It is clean, and I have had a shower today. Like I said, I'm winning I'm winning today. I had a shower. I actually had a whole cup of coffee, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys. Say bye, Jett. Say bye, Jett. Say bye.